Um, I love clouds. I love, I love, I love looking at them. I used to like, as a kid, I'm sure everyone did, but like, used to try to make shapes out of it, or like, you'd be like, oh, I see a dragon, like in the cloud or whatever. I like, especially because right now, maybe like right now, I'm really into clouds because, near the mountains near me, like because of like, it's like I believe there's like a hurricane or something, and like, coming up, but like there's these big heavy rain clouds, and you can tell because they're the ones that are like super puffy and like super like they look like balloons, kind of like just huge white balloons, and they're kind of just like they're like creeping over the mountains. They look so cool, but then I also know like, oh, that means that it's gonna be humid, a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture in the air. So like those clouds I always love seeing. But also clouds remind me of, I hate to say it, but when I see clouds in real life, I think of the clouds in Minecraft. I love like, I love seeing those. Also, I love clouds, especially when you're in a plane and you go through them or you're flying above them. I think that's the coolest thing ever. Like, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just like so pea-brained that I'm like, oh, I'm flying in the air. Like, there's clouds below me. But like, it's so cool to just see the layer of clouds, and like, especially when you go through them, and it just like, you're kind of like phasing in between them. It's so odd. It's so great. I don't know. I don't think it's something that I actively did. It just kind of became. I feel like it's a thing that you do like kind of passively, or just like in moments of relaxation. Because if I think about like when I think of clouds, I think of like summertime and like those kind of like midday or like evening clouds. And as a kid, like I was a very like I guess like a cul-de-sac kid. Like I had a lot of friends, well, not a lot of, but I had friends in the neighborhood, and kind of just like spending all day during summer vacation, just out and about, like doing whatever. I feel like there's sometimes where like you're just kind of like on your friend's driveway or like in the backyard, and you're just kind of like laying on the grass or like the cement, and you kind of just like, or like you're not even like, you don't say like, hey, let's look at the clouds. You kind of just do it, and you just kind of like, it's very like, it's a moment of relaxation, I guess, and just like enjoying the summertime. So yeah, I feel like whenever I think of clouds, I think of summer, and I guess that's what I'm thinking of right now when I see those rain clouds too. I feel like I was way more like, I was outside more as a kid. I feel like now, like I'm either like at work or I'm at home, like resting from my days at work. Or I feel like a lot of my hobbies too are like indoor hobbies. So like writing, reading, video games. Like it's all out. It's all, you don't really spend a lot of time outdoors. But when I mostly, if I do cloud watch, I mostly do it while driving to and from work. Just like, you're just driving down the freeway and like there's clouds up in the air and maybe the sun setting, like those kind of experiences. I'm just like, oh yeah, like life is good, but like I don't make it an activity, I guess. I have friends internationally, so I'm like, when it's nighttime for like you guys, and then it's daytime, it's still like the sun's still out here. I'm like, that's crazy that like your like light's already gone. Like this is so huge. And when I think of this, I think of things how I relate them to Minecraft. So again, like, or even like I don't know if you ever play Animal Crossing, like on the DS, like Animal Crossing Wild World, and like how the used to be like on like as you walked in the game, like you were going over, like it looked like the world was like not spinning, but like it was turning, like as you were walking. The perspective of the camera, like it was like you could see like the earth moving. So yeah, I think it is crazy that it's all the same sky, and especially when there's like in California, there's a lot of like satellite launches and like stuff like Tesla has like their like SpaceX rockets or whatever. So whenever those happen and like they make some weird fucked up shape in the sky, like everyone's like, oh, look at this weird thing in the sky. So that's especially cool to see when like there's phenomenons like that where everyone's kind of like, oh, did you see that thing in the sky? So yeah. If it happened like tomorrow, like if tomorrow there was just no more clouds ever again, I think it'd probably be weird. Like I'd be like, I would kind of miss them for sure. But I think if I lived in a world where there was never any clouds, then maybe it wouldn't make a big difference. But me at this moment right now, if clouds just went away, I'd be a little disappointed for sure. I love taking photos of nice, like cloudy skies and like I'm a big fan of summer evenings with like clouds up in the sky still. Like I have a lot of photos of just like the sky with clouds in it. So from a visual standpoint, I would miss it for sure. But I don't know. I don't want to think about that. That's so sad. Why would you bring that up? That's devastating.